Hello YouTube and welcome back to another video. This is Champion 2D Rob back again. Hello, how's everyone doing, guys? I know it's been a while since my last video. Really just been caught up doing other stuff essentially. I've been really busy at work and it's just left me really tired. I normally just come home, put the TV on and I just crash out. That's usually been my routine for the last few weeks, so I'm sorry about the lack of videos, the lack of content just in general. But hopefully there will be sort of a steady stream of videos from this point forward. But anyway, yes, essentially this video is about the retro gaming market that happened in London yesterday, which was the 2nd of April. And a few YouTubers have been trying to organise a meet-up to go down there, and while initially I was expecting to go down, unfortunately I had to work the night before, and I finished sort of like in the early hours of the morning, so I thought I wasn't going to be able to go down. And there was a brief moment where I just sort of said, you know what, I'm not going to be able to make it down, I'm just far too tired. But essentially what happened was a friend of mine just sort of called me up while I was sleeping, just sort of to say if I was going to do anything that day. And that's what made me think, well, I said to him, well, you know, there is a retro gaming market happening today. I was planning to go down if you wanted to maybe come along. My mate was like, yeah, I'm up for it, let's go down. And that essentially spurred me on to sort of get out of bed and make my way there. And I'm glad I did, because this time it was actually really good. The event itself was a lot bigger than it was last time. In the past, the event was sort of split into two rooms. One room which was dedicated to retro gaming and other stuff, and the second room was dedicated to board games. But this time they opened up the floor completely, so it was just one big room. And it was also great to see that it was mostly dedicated to vendors selling retro games, modern games as well, and of course you had some other stuff, but it was mostly gaming focused, which was great to see finally, because it was really annoying that they'd split it into two halves, especially one with such a board game focus. Especially when I came down there specifically for retro games, so it was great to see that the event itself was much larger, and also there was some great stuff there as well. I mean, I came away with some great stuff, but I could have easily bought more. It was really good. Honestly, it was a great market. Really pleased with it on the whole. And yeah, and I actually came away with a game that was on my list, very high on my list, I might say, as well. But yeah, so before I get into what I picked up, I'm going to sort of explain how the day went. So yeah, essentially I met up with my friend. I met him at the station. The event itself opened at 11 o'clock. We didn't get down there till about 1:30, mainly because I got up at 11. It wasn't going to happen. Me showing up at that time in the morning just wasn't going to happen. I only got to bed like at 5:30 in the morning, so I wasn't going to be there for 11. Just wasn't going to happen. But anyway, so I met up with my friend at 1:30 at the station. We then quickly made our way to the event. Before we walked in the door, I ran into Scott Sega Saturn Lad and the Retro Godfather Dal. They were outside, so it was great to just sort of see them again. Then we made our way into the venue, had a look around, and shortly afterwards we bumped into Lebossu77. Owen, he was there as well. He showed up, so it was great to see him again, because it'd been a while since he came down to the previous event. He wasn't there at the previous one, but he was one at the sort of about to the one before that, so it was great to definitely see him again. And yeah, so we just chatted, we had to look around. Like I say, I managed to pick up some great games, and then eventually went on to the pub. We had a bit of lunch, then we went back into the event, had another nose around. I mean, there was so much good stuff there. I could have easily spent more money, but I had to sort of restrain myself, because I actually did make one big purchase. So yeah, we left, and then we went to like a cafe next door, and we just sort of chilled there till about 10 at night. Owen did leave a little bit earlier. He had to make his way home, so it was just myself, my friend Dwayne, and Scott and Dal. So yeah, it was a really good day. I was glad I came out, and I'm definitely looking forward to the next one as well. There was a few other YouTubers that were supposed to show up, but they couldn't due to other commitments. So it was a shame they couldn't show, but hopefully we'll see them in the next one after that. But yeah, so I'm going to show you guys what I picked up, and yeah, really pleased with what I got. Normally this event, there's usually not much that I'm looking for. I tend to sort of go there with the intention of finding sort of the odd DS game, usually because there's a vendor there, Retro Plushies, tends to have a good selection of DS titles. But the last time I was there, they had a couple of games I wanted, but they didn't really have. There were some games. They didn't have a lot of ultimately a lot of sort of the rarer uncommon stuff, but this time they did, which was great to see. And I could have easily bought more from them, but I just settled with one DS game. And the game I picked up was Bleach: The Third Phantom. And this is essentially a strategy RPG. It's really the only RPG style that I like. I do like some of the action RPGs, but mostly I like the sort of the grid-based strategy RPGs. And this was one that I've been trying to pick up in the past. I did look at this one at the last event, but it was actually in really bad condition, so I passed on it. But this time they had a good condition copy, so I picked it up finally. And yes, I paid £20 for it, which is about the going rate on eBay, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, so glad to finally add this one into the collection. Next couple of games here I picked up were for the Master System. Now I've also found that at these events, the last few times I'd gone, I've been picking up a lot of Master System games. I mean, like I've said previously, I'm not going for any serious Master System collection, but I do like to pick the odd title that really do interest me and seem like good games, and these two definitely fit that bill. And the first one I picked up was Batman Returns. I know I had the Mega Drive one. I actually got rid of it because it was a pile of crap, but I've heard nothing but good things about the Master System version. It's quite a different game. It is an action side scroller, but I've been told it's very different from the Mega Drive version, and it's actually a lot of fun. So I'm actually looking forward to giving this one a try. And I paid £6 for it, and it's actually in very nice condition. It doesn't have the hang tab, but otherwise it's in really nice condition, so I'm very pleased to pick this one up. And the other game I picked up, and this is actually one that I've been looking at for a very long time, but it had sort of gone up in price, and I just wasn't willing to spend the asking price for it. And even this one was pricey, but I managed to haggle it down to a reasonable price. And what I picked up was Rastan. This is a great action side-scroller game where you sort of play as like a Conan type character, and it is complete. It's in very nice condition, and the guy was asking £18 for it, but I managed to haggle him down. I tried to get him down to £10, but he said £12, and I said yes. So I got this game for £12, and it's in very nice condition. I'm really pleased to get this one actually, because I have played this game on emulation, and I think it's a really fun game. I've played the arcade game as well, which I think is great, but I also wanted to own the Master System version as well, so I'm really pleased to get this one. And finally, yeah, so this is the game that was on my list. In fact, this game was top 5 wanted games at the moment, and I'm really chuffed to get it. I wasn't expecting to see it there, and it was an expensive game for sure, but really happy to get it in the collection, because like I say, it's one I've wanted to add, and it's for the Game Boy Advance. It's boxed and complete. Really chuffed to get it, and that is Fire Emblem. Actually, I'll take it out of its protector case, just so you can get a better look at it. Okay, right, yeah, so yeah, I got Fire Emblem, and really chuffed to get this. I've been after the Fire Emblem games on the Game Boy Advance, and this was in lovely condition, and as you can see there, Of course it is complete. The seller actually told me that the battery had even been replaced. So yeah, and I have tested it out. It works perfectly. So really happy to finally get this into the collection. I've been on a massive Fire Emblem kick as of late. So I'm trying to pick them all up. Probably the one that's given me the most headache is Fire Emblem on the GameCube. It's pretty expensive. But I managed to pick this one up. Not to say this one was cheap. I paid £70 for this game. It's actually a little bit more expensive than what it goes for on eBay. On eBay, this game tends to go for around 60 to 65. And I was aware of that at the time that I bought this, and even the seller mentioned that as well. But because he'd said he'd replaced the battery and whatnot, I kind of had to take him at his word for it. And it was in very nice condition. There actually was another seller selling the same game, but it was actually in worse condition, even though it was a bit cheaper. But I thought, you know what, I'm not going to quibble over £10. So yeah, glad to finally get this one in the collection. Wasn't expecting to spend that amount of money, but because I basically bought this, it kind of limited my purchases after the fact. But really happy to get this. And funnily enough, this was actually bought very early on. This was bought the moment I got in there. Pretty much I saw it and I had to have it. So yeah, very happy to finally get this in the collection. So yeah, so that's basically what I picked up at the retro gaming event. I want to try and go to some of the other events. I know Blackpool is coming up. I was hoping to go to that one, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be possible. There's just a lot going on right now, but I'm going to try and go to some of the other events, hopefully later on in the year. I might try and make it down to Doncaster. I think it's in August. I might try and make it down for that. I know a couple of my YouTuber friends have shown interest in going, so I need to try and make the effort to go down to that one. But yeah, so anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. I will try and be back soon. I will sort of put out some videos, a steady stream of videos, should I say. But yeah, thank you very much for watching guys. It's always appreciated. Of course, leave your comments down below. I'd love to hear what you guys think. And yeah, so thank you very much for watching, and I will be back next time. Bye bye.